question of the night, and the Green Party will start by answering this. This is also a detailed question. With the challenges of climate change and rising oil prices, Canadians want more of our food produced in Canada and within their own regions. In order to make that happen, we will need to rebuild local food processing. Such infrastructure will revitalize rural, remote, and smaller communities. At the same time, food inspection rules need to be appropriate for smaller scale facilities. And the question is, what will you do to support family farms and rural communities by rebuilding the small and medium-sized food processing sector so that we can process our food here in Canada? Green Party.
That's the answer, frankly. We'd like to see an investment in local food processing mills, bakeries, canneries, abattoirs, and creameries, and the food transportation, then the cost will be diminished. We'd also like to see the farm gate tax exemptions reach out to the farmers market. So if someone is selling their food from here to Petrolia at their farmers market, it would fall into that new tax exemption. But also like to see for transportation that needs to take place to insist that the railways meet their obligations to have timely and efficient services provided to farmers. That's a page right out of our platform, and I think that how we can afford to do it is very interesting and is worth your approval. Thanks.
Thank you. The NDP.
Well, I believe I spoke a little bit about that as being one of my visions for Lambton County, and something that I feel is desperately missing from our area. Local food processing does offer a lot of opportunities to build jobs here, and it's a perfect application for our small business tax, where we would propose to lower that from 11% to 9% to ease the burden of small businesses that are operating. We have incentives for purchasing equipment for small operations, as well as we have incentives for hiring local people. So for the first year, you would be eligible for a tax rebate of $4,500 towards EI and CPP contributions, as well as a $1,000 bonus for keeping the job for a year. We also have to consider loosening certain restrictions that are in place for big corporate operations that greatly restrict the smaller operations from being able to do their jobs effectively and affordably. So it's a pretty comprehensive concept, but something I'd certainly work really hard for.
Thank you. The Conservatives?
Well, thank you. Certainly the Conservative government does support local enterprise and local industry. We do support the family farm, and certainly the Prime Minister has said that in the platform that there will be created a 5-year national farm and food strategy, and that will provide great support for sustaining family farms. We have supported in the past the farmers markets being produced. Certainly it was federal funds that played a large part in the Petrolia Farmers Market. We do support grown locally, and we have a big support system put in place through our inspection systems that will allow local producers being able to have their industry locally. So the safeguards are there for the safe food as well. We do also have a tax structure put in place that is beneficial for small business to start up, and most of these processing plants would be small business.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great question, because we have seen the revitalization of our buy local, our farmers markets, and we have seen great support for the sustainability of our abattoirs and our local processors. But we always need to grow that. We need to improve that and build local jobs. We're committed as a Liberal Party for $80 million to promote Buy Local, the local farmers market initiative, to sustain and bring on education about Buy Local, the nutrient values, the information of what product of Canada is. We also believe that we're going to put $40 million to make sure that local children in the Early Start programs with the schools and the provinces have access to good quality food, local food, buy local, put more Canadian food on Canadian tables. And it's about building outward, because the small markets and the local market is a great success in the farm gate sales, but we also know that we're an exporter, so we have to build that prosperity as well, and that builds on that. So local jobs, tax creations to do that, safe food.
Thank you.